Morning everybody, and welcome to Thursday, January the 8th. Today is session day and I'm looking forward to this one. It's 10 by 3 minutes, all off 60 seconds, and those efforts are going to be just sub-threshold. It's dark, I'm having to use my phone to record this. I have got my head camera, but I won't be able to use that until later in the session when we get a bit more daylight, so I don't know how much of this I'll be able to record. But I've got to get the run done before work, and I've got a busy day in front of me. So let's get this run done. Let's have some fun. Right, let's go for a run. First one done. Didn't see the heart rate, but I was hoping that first one was keeping low. Hoping to be low 140s. Oh, number 2 done. And it's getting light very quickly. And there we go with number 3. This is going well. I'm starting to get used to the feeling of this threshold zone. So I'm managing to keep it in the high 140s without really looking at my watch that much. And number 4 done. This is feeling comfortable, or comfortably uncomfortable should I say, which I think is about the right intensity. And that's halfway done. Feeling good, feeling strong, enjoying it. And there we go, number 6. So I went right to the top limit of my range on that one, going up over the bridge, but no drama. Still controlled. And there we go with number 8. Feeling super controlled today. And that's that one finished. This is going really well, really enjoying this. And that's number 9 done. Oh, this is going really, really well, enjoying this. It's just one of them days when I feel like I can run for hours. One more to do. That's the last one done. 60 seconds walk and session over. That went really well. I enjoyed that one. Every single interval there, every single 3 minutes, I was just feeling so full of energy. I had a spring in my step. It was just one of those days when everything felt just right. Shoes. So today was a spicy session. I had to pick the pace up a bit, and so the shoes should reflect that. And today I chose my Adidas Pro 3s because they've got the carbon rods, they've got the reactive midsole, they feel super comfortable, and I really enjoy wearing these when I'm picking the pace up. It's one of those shoes that I could just thump out some good mileage at good pace. So time to get back home now, get cleaned up, get ready for work. Busy day today, and we'll see if the weather forecasters have got it right, because they have forecast a lot of that horrible white stuff falling from the sky, and if that happens, that's going to put a right spanner in the works for me. But we'll see what happens. So for now, I'll see there. Hey up everybody, and welcome to Friday morning, and it's another snow day. So I've got my 60 minutes easy on the treadmill. I've got my audiobook ready. I'm going to use fast forward quite a lot because you don't want to watch me on a treadmill for 60 minutes. So let's get this done. My easy speed, I think from memory, is about 10.3 kilometers an hour, judging by what I've been doing outside. So I'm going to put the same speed in here and see what happens. So let's get on with it. All right, here we go. Well, there we go. 60 minutes, nice and easy. There was a weird bit in the middle where my heart rate was fluctuating, even though I was just doing a constant speed. Don't know what caused that, but it's done. Tomorrow's supposed to be parkrun. It's going to freeze tonight. Let's see what happens. So I'll see you tomorrow, either on a treadmill or at parkrun. Oh yeah, almost forgot, shoes. Can't forget the shoes, or we're getting a row off Jack. So, there we go. We've got the Saucony Speed 2s. Just something nice and comfortable. Nice and light, easy to use for a bit of treadmill running. See you tomorrow. Hey up everybody, it's Saturday morning, January in the UK, and that can only mean one thing. Parkrun's been cancelled again. So today's sub-threshold run is 30 minutes. Instead of doing it at parkrun, I'm on the treadmill. I've got the windows wide open, so you will hear all the neighbours scraping the ice with the shovels and the cars driving by. But I'm going to set my treadmill for sub-threshold pace. I'm going to put my music on, put the fan on. Let's go for a run. And there we go, 30 minutes sub-threshold done. And what a cracking piece of kit the treadmill is. If you've got access to one, use it. It's perfect for dialing into intensity or pace. Using the treadmill is really good for your running form, and it's really good for lots of things to help you running. But that's me 30 minutes done. I'll put a load of stats on screen, but I'll just get the camera across now and we'll have a look at what shoes I've got on. So today I've treated myself for a go in my new Adidas Adizero Pro 4s, because I haven't worn these for a while, and it's a bit of a high intensity day today, so I put something on that's got a bit of spark to them. But there we go, that's Saturday done. Alternate power run. Tomorrow is 90 minutes, nice and easy. I'll see you then. Hi up everybody, and welcome to Sunday's long run. Today we're going to do 90 minutes, nice and easy, and with the ground being all icy and slushy and horrible back home, I thought we'll come through to the coast, and we're at Aberystwyth again. Here's the marina behind us. So I'm going to put my music on, I'll put the camera forward, let's go for a run. It's a bit windy. Every time I've been here for a run recently, it's been so windy. Look at this. Today I'm going to talk about how I got into running. A couple of videos back I asked if anybody wants me to expand or explain anything in more detail, and to put it in the comments. And one of the channel subscribers, Shan, hi Shan, she asked how I got into running. So that's a bit of a story, but first of all, let's introduce you to Shan.
I would say, for anybody that wants good quality running videos and tips and advice, like and subscribe to A Up and Run.
Thank you very much. I'm going to put some photographs on the screen, and that's how I used to look just before I started running, and it wasn't that long ago. If there's anybody here who's just started running, I'm hoping that this will maybe give you a bit of inspiration, because in less than 10 years I've gone from these photographs to the person I am now. And it all started with Missy Sayup. It was her idea. She had the idea that we need to get active, get its fitness back, and take up running. So we downloaded the official NHS Couch to 5K app, and that's designed by really clever people who know the stuff, and it's designed by sports scientists to get people from running from nothing to be able to run for 30 minutes or 5K, whichever is your ability. And when you look at week 1, day 1, from memory it was run for a whole 60 seconds and then walk for 90. And with my coach head on now, that's a brilliant thing to do, because it's just introducing you to building that aerobic base. But back then I was the stereotypical bloke who thought that it wasn't tough enough or hard enough. So I said to Mrs. Sayup, I said, you crack on, I'll join you in a week or two when it gets a bit more interesting. Please don't do that, because I learnt the hard way that when you do start running from nothing, those initial runs are probably the hardest runs you'll ever do. You see people running, when you're new to running, you see people running and you think it looks nice and easy. but it's not. Those initial runs when you're just getting your aerobic base, they are so difficult. And the Couch to 5k is absolutely brilliant at getting you from doing nothing to being able to run. So don't do what I did. Don't skip sessions. Start from day one and work your way all the way through. And that's basically how I started running. Since then I progressed to joining a running club. I joined the Aberystwyth Athletics Club, met so many good friends for life. One of them, Phil, he got me interested in the coaching. I started out helping him with his Thursday night session as a LERF. That's an abbreviation for Leader in Running Fitness. And then later on I did my own coaching exams, so I was actually qualified then to lead a session myself and train people and make my own sessions, rather than a LERF who is qualified to be safe enough to lead a session as long as they're delivering a session that's either been approved or been designed by a qualified person. And I've just gone from there. The more I've learnt about coaching, I've used those methods on myself. Going back to running with Nick, we used some of his Lydiard techniques, which started me on the easy runs and the low heart rate runs, which again, on a previous video I explained about. Very difficult to do to start with, but stick with it because it works. If you are new to running and you're finding it overwhelming and difficult, just remember that there's no quick gains. You will get there, you will enjoy it. It's just a matter of sticking with it and running at what is comfortable for you, not running what other people are doing. Don't ever compare. You are your own runner. You run your paces. You take no notice of what anybody else is doing. Let's have a quick look at the watch here. So we got 9 minutes and my heart rate's right on the top edge of where I want it to be, because I'm running and talking at the same time. And no doubt when we get nearer the seafront now, I'm going to have to really slow down because it's going to go really windy. But I hope that's answered your question, Sean. That's how I started, and all the way through to where I am now. I've now changed running club. I'm now with a club based in the Midlands. I joined them because they have a branch of their club at Hereford, where my son lives. The whole thinking behind that was, when I go to visit my son, I can join in the sessions with him. And it's been nearly a year now and I still haven't actually joined in a session. Get to meet everybody at the races and the cross countries. Really good bunch of people. Hello, Western Tempo, I know that there's some of you watching. But that's my explanation of how I started. Well, that's another 60 minutes done, another good run in the bag. Let's talk about shoes. Today I've gone for the Nike Vomero Plus. Give these a run out on a 90 minutes longer run, and they are super comfy. What a brilliant shoe these are. That's 3 runs with them now. I'd compare them, the closest thing to them would be the Evo SL. I'd say the Evo SL have got a bit more spring in the step. They're more useful for your faster running. If you want to do some intervals, they're a good daily trainer for that. These have a slightly thicker midsole, which it just makes them a bit more cruisy. I did do my threshold session in these a while back and it was very good for it. But if I'm honest, hand on heart, Evo SLs for the quicker stuff and these Vomeros for the cruises. But that's enough for now. I'm trying to find Missy Say Up. Time to sign off. I'll see thee.